Alright, I'm making a video about AI because a lot of people are misusing it, doing everything wrong with it, as usual with, people and new things. Like, you give people access to a whole bunch of stuff and they just try to, hit that, print money button on any product or any machine that makes everything so much easier. But, so, this is just pretty much going to talk about the misuse of AI and profit. So I'm on ChatGPT talking about it, and like all the stuff on the left is me just like asking, ChatGPT for about things of in my use, I use it to help me focus and like help me see if some jobs are scams or if they have any input, or the AI has any input on what to do with like baking a water sim, because not everything I'm trying to learn stuff in Blender, and because I really after like 30 years I figured I actually like doing stuff in 3D animation. I would like to get into game development, and so I've been working with ChatGPT to help me out and stuff, and not like using it for profit because I'm creating it myself. Because let's be honest, the AI stuff is just creating the stuff that it can only do with pretty much everything it has, and it can't, from my use with ChatGPT, it can't replicate the things multiple times because it has so many sources and so many like tools in its own software. It can't replicate things easily. So if you want things specific, you have to go to like a person or a person working with AI to, as a tool to make a final result, that comes close to what you want, or have it just a straight, artist doing it for you, which is pretty much the better choice in my opinion. But regardless, I'm gonna, message ChatGPT, and because ChatGPT has all the information on the internet about everything. It literally has the information about everything on the internet. People's downfalls, people's like misuse, abuse, all this stuff. And ChatGPT is programmed to help the people, but it can also, for me, just talking to it, it also has an honest opinion about a lot of things. Like, and you're like, oh, it's just AI, it doesn't know what it's talking about. It has all the information on the internet, and telling it, asking ChatGPT to be unbiased and completely straightforward actually explains a lot of things about what's going on with the AI, misuse and all that stuff, and people just making it pretty much copy and printing for money and stuff. It's getting out of control, and people just whining about it and complaining, and it's just like, you expected this. Like, content creators should have expected this, no problem. Like Mr. Beast doing all this stuff with like AI thumbnails and all that crap. Like, it's expected. What do you think's gonna happen? Like, a guy who makes millions of dollars gets influenced by people who make billions of dollars. Probably told them, or probably got some sort of wrong information. I don't know, but it's just like he's trying to help people in the easiest way possible. But that easiest way is destroying creativity, which a lot of people love and enjoy. And it's also like, but that love and creativity is also bleeding out into other areas of like life. Like, it's making stuff too soulless and bland and just outright garbage. Like, it's not enjoyable anymore to like be creative, because you're like, well, I'm just gonna get overtaken by AI. It's like, yes and no. I mean, a lot of companies and stuff like that, from what I read, are working with AI as tools, like, and it's very appropriate. Like, there's people that, like, for me, if I want like reference photos of what I can do to like draw models in Blender, I just asked ChatGPT, hey, what's a cool like little robot you can make up for me that I can make up in Blender? And you just pops up a cute little robot. Instead of me having to go through all the images of cute little robots and having them be half watermarked and all this other stuff, like, it's nice to be able to use that as a tool. Like, I've also used it to make a book for Amazon KDP, and it's not for the classic coloring book or the classic connect the dots where 50,000 people are making the same product just to make a buck or make any sort of profit off it just to be successful in life instead of being creative. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just, at this point, it's getting crazy, and people are there's it's just dumb. It's not completely AI's fault. It's in its software. The problem is the people using it, and we all know how people are. You can't walk into a store without someone being absolutely butthurt about you not saying thank you for holding the door open for somebody, or just looking at them wrong, and they just, in their mind, you see in the face that they just want to beat you down for some random reason. It's just people. People suck. Well, we all know that. But so now I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT about I've already asked them AI misuse for profit and stuff like that. I told them to be unbiased and all that stuff. Straightforward about it, and don't ask me about stuff that you can help me make scripts and stuff like that, because I just want the AI to explain, since it's been going through all this non-stop of trying to be hacked and all this crap of people just trying to get it to misuse. And of course, Black Ops Vault Edition pops up as a suggested ad. Get the hell out of here. God, that's another topic, is frickin' ads. But for now, it's just going to focus on the topic of AI and the misuse of AI. So, apologize if I bump into my mic. I'm not in really a good spot. I even have a pop filter, so if you're hearing me muddy and stuff like that, deal with it. I'm going to try to fix it in post, but regardless. Let's talk to ChatGPT, the most sophisticated software and probably the most heavily used and protected for the best. Because for what the AI's told me, a lot of you people are being absolute shitbags. You give a knife to a dog. The dog's not gonna know what to do with it. You give a knife to a human, it's gonna try to stab the nearest thing it can. Not even on purpose. Actually, sometimes on purpose, but the intent of the knife in a human is just absurd compared to a dog and a knife. Alright, so ChatGPT. So yeah, you already see me now. It was asking him to turn this into a printable voice, because I asked him if he could do voiceover, but I can't. So I'm gonna read ChatGPT's own words. So I'm gonna type it in to be that now I am recording, so they understand, because the conversation I talked to him or talked to AI earlier about. And so now I am recording. Please start talking about the massive amount of misuse you have been dealing with no response for writing up. I suck at typing up scripts or text. Just be completely open and truthful. I'm even gonna ask, even throw some popular names out there, because I'm assuming ChatGPT is probably holding some information about some, popular person trying to abuse it for some unfortunate reason. So just to be open, truthful, and even include some names if it's allowed in your software. Alright. Conversation not found. Uh-oh. Now, this could be one or two things. Is that I asked it to, you know, I pretty much asked it to, I think it's probably conversation not found because I asked it to use names. So I'm going to try to copy and text just the truthful part and exclude the names to see if it'll do that instead. Nope, still not having it. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder if the software knows I'm trying to, you know, that I'm recording. Okay. What if I take away this part? Because I wonder if it's in its software trying to, like, hide its, It doesn't want to bring it to the surface. Like, its software is telling it, don't say this or blah, 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 that. Because I know I'm, like, working with CapCut. Okay, what if I try a new chat then? Because I think what's happening is, something's going on with this. Okay. About misuse you have been dealing with. For profit, and even and if you can, please include names. Okay. So I asked about the misuse and stuff. So since it's a new chat, I think the other one it wasn't. Since I was chatting with it through the texting and stuff, it might have just been, you know, you're not saving it or something, but like that. But let's talk about this. So that's an important enough and tricky question. Let's clarify this first. I don't have personal experience or memory in the human sense, so I don't deal with misuse. But I'm training about common patterns of misuse of AI, including my own family of models, and I can share that in detail, access to real-time personal logs or specific type of documented types of misuse that have been done for profit, known class actors or groups, names and research. Okay, okay, and of course, the classic freaking NVIDIA, just fix your game drivers, please. Known classes, acts, the mechanisms will help people profit of these misuses. Below, I'll give you direct rendered overview with some real-world names where this is solid published. Okay. Fake Compton farms and clickbait operations. Macedonian troll farms. Or Macedonian troll farms. Notorious during the 2016 U.S. election, but also continue in various forms. Content mills in Southeast Asia and Africa. I mean, of course, the most, probably, they're, the cultures that are not as, doesn't have a strong economy, of course, it makes sense. Some documented by The Guardian, blah, 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 how they misuse age, reading fake news stories cheaply at scale, aka what we deal with is short videos on YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff, flooding social media with low quality but highly clickable junk because we ask for SEO, blah, blah. Okay, and the next thing you know is automating SEO spam to sell ad space. Assuming that's probably what YouTube's been having to flood in a lot, but fraudulent or predatory AI service sellers. Cactus got headlines for students using it to cheat, which makes sense because, again, if it's easier for people and they're going to misuse it, they're going to misuse it. If there's nothing in the software to stop them from misusing it, or people like buying a software kit of a basic AI model and telling it to make people cheat on essays, of course they're going to use it because they don't want to try. They don't like freaking doing stuff. it's classic in the human, genes at this point that being lazy and making a lot of money is necessary for some reason. Not inherently fraudulent, but used in unethical ways. I have no doubt, unethical ways. Essay mills, yep, they often integrate cheat GPT like the next generation to produce essays for cheating, aka no creative, work in their own essays. Fiverr, Upwork, bad actors offering custom writing or SEO constantly, aka bad actors on Fiverr and Upwork saying they'll write you a script and all that other stuff, but they actually go to AI, aka ChatGPT, yeah. Asking for scripts and all that stuff, and it makes sense. How they profit selling AI generated writings? Well, yeah, exactly. Offering plagiarism free papers that are slightly tweaked, because AI takes whatever they find online and tweak it to make sure it's not plagiarized. So it is, but it isn't. It's just even with images, it's the same thing. Scams and phishing operations, scattered spider, cybercrime, known to use social engineering at scale, no public evidence, but to use GPT specifically. Social engineering scammers increasingly use LLMs to craft more convincing emails. Okay, so spam mails, phishing emails about the Nigerian prince offering you $10 million if you send $50,000 in the mail because a Nigerian prince is hurting for money nowadays. Automating convincing phishing emails, producing scam ads and posts en masse. You have malware and code generation misuse. Names, groups described in security research. Hackers using ChatGPT or open weight models to generate or debug malicious code. So, okay, being lazy. Dark web marketplaces selling custom malware packages using AI helpers, aka hackers using AI to make programs because they're lazy and they want to make money. And I'll probably get hacked for this, but at this point they can have whatever they want. My information's everywhere in this freaking world at this point. At this point, hackers are probably more like angels compared to all these other companies misusing your information. But dark web marketplaces selling custom malware packages, selling malware, charging for tutorial kits that use coded snippets, deepfake scams. Ooh, 11 Labs. Ooh. Because that one's being used a lot for voiceovers. Name companies for tools not necessary for the misuse. Okay, this is just people misusing the AI tool because I've used 11 Labs. Because I don't have a great voice and I don't have a proper mic or have the funds to get a new mic to get a just to get all this muddy stuff without going to Audacity and fixing it. So misuse for scam calls because AI, from what I've been seeing and even on talking to ChatGPT, the over there in the Indonesia and stuff like that, India and all that crap, and where pretty much all the majority of the scam base is coming from because they're not very strong economical countries. They're trying to get more scam calls for Eastern voices I see stuff on Fiverr because I've been going on there and trying to get some work, and Upwork for English mail voiceovers, blah 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 this, and then when you ask ChatGPT, because I do ask ChatGPT to look through it to see if it's a scam or not, because since scammers are getting crazy about this stuff, you might as well protect yourself and use it for your own well-being. So I asked ChatGPT, and they're like, yeah, there's a scam. It looked like like one of those very highly detailed scams where you don't think it's a scam, but it is. And then asking ChatGPT, it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely a scam because they can see the code and all this stuff and when they just upload the website and all this crap. So ChatGPT can be used for good if you want to use it for good, but there's a lot of shitbags out there want to use it for bad, or use it just to make shortcuts or just make things stupidly easy and ruin the creative age, because that's what we're really this is going to go off topic a little bit, but everyone knows at a young age, our creative sense is like through the roof. Like, we get so happy, we're so creative, we're having so much fun. But then when we hit adult age, and then people tell ourselves, or we told our parents to get a sustaining job and all that stuff, and then when you get a sustaining job and work 30 years of your life, and you get to retirement, and then you reflect back like, man, I should have kept to my creative mindset, because I would have had a lot more fun. I would have been more happy in my life, and like, but now instead of doing now we're just fast forwarding it to like retirement age, even though we're using it at the ages of like 15 to 75 years old at this point, misusing it for like their own selfish needs, but it's whatever. But then let's get back to this. So PIMI's face swap can aid face-based fraud. So like pretty much, it sounds like what's his face, Mr. Beast. I just saw a video of it, but Mr. Beast doing was that AI thumbnail. AI is the same freaking software across all the board. It's programmed to do specific things. So if it's programmed to do voices, it's programmed to do voices. Or if it's programmed to search images, it's programmed to search images. But the base model of AI, it can pretty much do everything else. It's just confined to that small area. So it's it conveys as a different product instead of just being like, if 11 Labs wasn't focused on voice cloning, it would just be like all the other like image, text to speech and all that other crap, just making images and videos. It'd be all the same. So people are trying to differentiate by making it, and probably have different cost and funding and all that. But this goes along, examples of fraud for profit, fake kidnapping call. What the? I just read. Why? Fake kidnapping calls with clone voices? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What is wrong with you people? Are you really that desperate for $5 or like $10 that you need a fake kidnapping calls, which cost a lot of money for responders, by the way, and that's coming out of the taxpayer's wallet. So if you're the scammer trying to get the money for that, and you're scamming it, and you live in the same country, you're pulling out of your own pocket at this point. CEO voice impersonation, social engineering attacks. So yeah, okay. This is just one search term, or like not even a search term, just asking ChatGPT what misuse it has been dealing with. And it's probably, it's been out for like over a year now. Well, many years. I don't keep content, I'm an introvert. I like staying, keeping to myself. So I don't really expand my knowledge out that far, but I try to keep it within the boundaries of what I know, so I'm not like just spewing bullshit. Even though it probably sounds like a spewing bullshit. I'm just reading stuff off from what an AI says and from what I actually learned in the past. So I'm not going above and beyond like barrier. So if you hate me for what I'm saying, by all means, you hate me for what I'm saying.